the newest Gotham, all the biggest issues in the geeky world at large. And we'll be having some mad bants as well, as the kids say.
Mad bants.
Oh, mate, those bants be mad. But first up, what is new in Forbidden Planet Manchester?
What's new in Forbidden Planet Manchester, Owen?
Well, that's a very good question. What is new? Tons of stuff. So I'm going to run down it really quickly because otherwise we'll run out of time. And I think I should just make a point right now of having a big shout out to our man Teflon for helping me out with this list and helping me out sync up the Twitter and Facebook accounts for Niche Nights and Niche Radio today.
Who's
Please
Teflon?
check them out. Teflon is the ultimate ledge, otherwise known as Tony. But please get onto our Twitter at Niche Radio and our Facebook Niche Nights.
You're saying about that? Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, Tony's a right ledge. What new comics have been out this week? Well, Harley Quinn number 15, Lobo number 6, Angel of Faith number 12, which I've read, and it's very good. I know I said this about all Angel of Faith and Buffy things. Don't strangle yourself with the mic lead, Connell. But yeah, it has been very good. Angel of Faith are on adventures. Magic Town, aka London, is all the stuff has hit the fan, and I recommend it. Also, we've had Angela, Asgard's Assassin, number 4, the Ant-Man film Prelude, issue 2, Black Science, issue 12, Return of the Living Deadpool, issue 2, Doctor Who, issue 9, Flash season 0, issue 6, Guardians of the Galaxy Meet the Avengers, issue 1, Hellboy and BPRD, issue 4, My Little Pony Friends Forever, issue 14, Nameless, issue 2, Operation Sin featuring Agent Carter and Howard Stark, issue 3, Rat Queens, issue 9, Robocop, issue 9, Rocket Raccoon, issue 9, Saga 26, which Saga has been absolutely amazing. If you're into it, it's on Image Publishers, and it is the best comic I've read in years. And also the brand new from Marvel and Disney, Princess Leia, issue 1. Now, we had some graphic novels as well. We've had Avengers Ultron Prelude for the upcoming film, of course. We've also had Hawkeye versus Deadpool, Thor to Wake the Mangog, which is one of the original stories written by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And also we've had Death of Wolverine Weapon X storyline. And the X-Files Year Zero graphic novel. It's just getting better and better. And also we've had some manga. So the manga this week is the Super Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting large print hardback, which is beautiful. If you're a Street Fighter fan, it is absolutely boss. Also the ever popular Bleach number 63 in the tankobons have come in. Also Batum number 9. Can I just say that again? Batum. We've also had.
Called, sorry?
It's called Batum. That's Btoom. And we've also had Judge number 6, which has been very popular. The Magi or Maggie, Magi, series about magic, which is up to number 10. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Have just released the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga series in 3-in-1 paperbacks, which is amazing. Been waiting for those for a long time. So if you're looking to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Mangas, now is your time. So that was the ever popular What's New in Forbidden Planet.
What's new? What's new? What's new in Forbidden Planet?
So that has been What's New in Forbidden Planet. However, there's a bit extra. There's some merchandise here that has just come out. So there's the action figure pack with 3 action figures in it, with Joker as the Red Hood, Deathstroke, and Copperhead, which is brand new. It hit the shelves today, in fact, and that is on sale now. We've also had the fabrication plushes of Harley Quinn and Deadpool, 2 massive fan favourites, and they look super cute. And Big Hero 6 plushes of Baymax, and the Super Big Hero 6 Punchy Arm toy. If you want Baymax's Punchy Arm, come down to Forbidden Planet Manchester right now for you, special prices. Connell's making some excellent gestures, and he's topless, which is always a plus. Also, we've had Penguin canes, as in the Penguin from Batman, his cane. We've had 3 of those in store now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's on sale today.
How much are they?
$9.99.
That's not bad.
Well, yeah. You should come in store and see them before you buy them.
Are they really okay?
They're a homage to the umbrellas of the old school penguins, but it is essentially a plastic toy.
They're not quite guild staffs, are they?
No, they're not quite guild staffs, unfortunately.
We should have got them. That was mega.
Yeah, I like guild staffs. Also, we've had the Deadpool Marvel Select figures back in. Not a new item, but one that is constantly selling out, and we're constantly battling to try and get back in stock for you, loyal customers, because you are both boss, mint, and rad. Also, we've had Doctor Scoo halves. That's a lie. We've had Doctor Who scarves, although I think the first one sounded better. Doctor Who scarves. These are limited edition. They've got Daleks and cool stuff on it.
Did you like the cleverly placed Dalek I found for you?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've got a red Dalek staring at me right now, threatening to exterminate at any second.
He's if you turn him on the bottom, he pushes the mouse around.
Oh, I better not do that in case I end up putting on some sort of horrific porn by accident.
There is a lot of horrific porn on there. Doctor Who porn though, all sci-fi related porn.
Dalek porn.
To advertise our new venture.
Niche Nights Ventures. No, it's a bad idea. It's going to end badly. So Doctor Who scarves, which are limited edition, officially licensed by the BBC and Doctor Who Incorporated. They come in 3 colours and they're $33.99.
They're really nice. They look good quality too.
Yeah, they're dead posh scarves.
Advertising you there. They look awesome.
Yeah, they're kind of like a nice fine material, but would keep you warm.
Steal me one.
No. Also, we've had the Tyrion Lannister of Game of Thrones fame deluxe figure from 3-0. 3-0 is the makers of this, and it's a very, very high quality, super posh, really detailed, accessories galore, in a nice box. It's all velvety looking and cool. Tyrion. Also, we've had the Batman Dark Knight Real Action Heroes figure, which is a ginormous figure with cloth clothes and all the trimmings of Batman from the Frank Miller Dark Knight arc. And we've also had a retro Rambo action figure, in case you wanted a retro Rambo action figure. It's from the original video games that came out at the time. And then also we've had the remote-controlled Doctor Who Daleks and K9. Now, what's special about these remote control ones is that you don't just get a controller. Oh no, that's just a waste of plastic. You get an app on your phone, so you can use your smartphone as a controller to control about K9 and a Dalek.
That's really cool.
It's between cool and awesome.
I went to go see a fan-made musical recently at the Larry called what was it called? I Need a Doctor, the Whosical, where they had made like the whole comedy behind it was we tried to get the BBC involved in this, and they said no, and we're going to sue you for copyright. So they made the entire musical with the power of musical theatre to defend them against being sued. And they had K10. I want to make a K10.
Oh dear, that is brilliant.
It was a really good musical. Anyone should go look up I Need a Doctor, the Whosical, because fair play to them. They're just really big fans, and they're actually on tour.
Fair dues to them.
Yeah, good on them.
Well, what's next, Connell? Is it?
Competition time. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Big dog competition. Hey, man. Hey, man.
So it's competition time, which the lovely jingle to Final Fantasy VII illustrated perfectly there. So I don't know why I told you again. But yeah, who wants to win loads of stuff?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not allowed to play because you're running the competition. Sorry. So yeah, we've been doing a bunch of competitions. We were doing the competition where we had a bunch of stuff. If you are on our Niche Nights Facebook or at Niche Radio Twitter, you would have seen that we were doing a rolling over prize bundle. Every week we're announcing an extra thing to go into this bundle, which ended up with tons of comics, the entire Death of Wolverine series, a gigantic framed print of Amazing Spider-Man, PS3 version of the Amazing Watch Dogs game, courtesy of Ubisoft, thank you very much, and also tons of other stuff, a little Star Wars Angry Birds plush, just loads of little bits and bobs to make a ginormous prize bundle. And thank you very much to Kobe Elliott for winning it, you absolute legend.
I'm going to read out a card. The competition was to make us an original Magic the Gathering card with stuff that we like, or anyone
yeah,
in this little community we're trying to build.
Yeah, cool
likes.
stuff.
And let's face it, she probably chose, well, one of the coolest characters. She chose the hero of Canton, the man they call Jane. So, he's a creature, he's a human mercenary. This is a card, by the way. And she's written, the hero of Canton get +2/+0 as long as he's equipped. This is making me sound like I know Magic the Gathering, which I don't.
Yep.
He can sacrifice any creature. The hero of Canton gets indestructible until the end of each turn. Shiny. Let's be bad guys.
Excellent. Yeah, Jane is one of my favourites. And it was an awesome card. So thank you very much for entering and winning, Kobe Elliott. And thanks very much to everybody else who entered as well. I'm sorry you didn't win. But we've got a new competition, so fret not. Hold your horses and buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be radtacular, spectacular of awesomosity.
Whoa.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Unless you're on Facebook, and you might have heard it there. But we're doing a competition all of March where we're releasing a comic every day. We're posting it on our social medias, so please get on Twitter, Facebook, you know the score. And every day we're posting a new comic for you to potentially win. So all you've got to do is like Niche Night or follow at Niche Radio on Twitter, and then like and comment on the picture of the comic you want for that day, and you'll be in the prize draw to win it. We've had one lucky winner already, and it's going strong. So yeah, every single day, please just check out our thing and win some comics. There's some rad ones.
There are some rad ones.
Yeah, we've been lots of Walking Dead ones. There's been some issue number ones. I think today's one is Superior Spider-Man issue 1, which is it's the first print as well. Just from my personal collection, I might add. We're not fluffing about. Oh no, we're serious beeswax, mate.
We're not fluffers here.
Oh no, we're the real deal. This is a sleazy show. I'm loving it. Should we get the lube out?
Yeah.
Okay. So
why aren't you topless?
That's a good point. Why not? I will be soon. First, I'm just going to oil myself up, ready to slide into our upcoming events section.
3 legendary Knights of Niche bring to you events full of fun, gaming, and competitions at Niche Nights.
Sup? So I'm topless as well now. Connell and Owen topless on Niche Radio. If you're just tuning in, thanks very much. And we're moving on to our upcoming events section. Now, we've got a bunch.
Can I bring something up, if you don't mind, before we do our upcoming event section?
Sure.
Seems as it's an upcoming event and we're both topless.
Yeah.
It may not be my room, but it is somebody's rules, which is why we're all topless. I think we should make a special announcement for, I don't know about you, Owen, but my favourite person other than you.
Oh, thanks, man. And yeah, the same goes for me. Our very favourite person in the world, the ultimate big
Here's
dog.
to you, Jesus.
No, yeah. Tomorrow we've got 90s night, haven't we? And
we have a Tiger Lounge come down,
and it's to celebrate a birthday, the love of our mystery chum, Big Dog.
Big Dog.
Big Dog.
So we were going to sing him a song.
Yeah,
it goes like this.
Big Dog, it's your mother-loving birthday. Your birthday is soon.
You will get presents and plenty of boon.
Niche Nights, come down to 90s night on Thursday. It's tomorrow, yeah.
I will play you a song and buy you a beer because you'll be there too.
I didn't scan quite right, but there you go. Big Dog, that's your birthday song. Happy birthday for tomorrow, and a big happy birthday, I'm sure, from all our avid listeners and fans.
If it's your birthday, I hope you enjoyed that song too.
Yeah.
Not as much as Ryan, though.
No, that's true. Nobody's allowed to enjoy it as much as him. So that was his birthday song, and we'll be playing him lots more birthday songs tomorrow at Niche 90s night, Niche Night, night of 90s, 90s night.
Niche 90s.
Yeah.
90s niche.
Yeah, so that's at Tiger Lounge, starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to be playing all the cheesiest, horriblest 90s songs you've ever heard. So we're going to be going from, I don't know, from Skunk Anansie to Sleater Kinney, that was an awful example, to Spice Girls in one fell swoop.
Spice Girls.
I'd be Bewitched, Backstreet Boys, Return of the Mac. It's we don't.
In which year, Owen, did Jerry Halliwell wear the famous United flag dress to the Brit Awards?
1998.
Oh, that's very close. It's 97.
Oh, I was going to say 97 because that's when their debut album came out. But I thought, well, debut album came out in 97. Then it's probably the Brit Awards in 98 when they were more famous.
I was in a pub quiz last night and they said that question and I said 98 as well.
Did you? Oh, well, at least we were wrong together.
So yeah, that's the 90s section, Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah. So everyone come down to that Tiger Lounge tomorrow night.
We of course have Tokyo Chip coming up at the end of March.
Yeah, 26th.
So come down to that. That's
Also, we'll be making a guest appearance at FutureWorks University and College. If anyone's if anyone's listening who's a student at FutureWorks, check us out. There's a health and well-being day where we're going to turn up and not be very healthy, but we are going to play loads and loads of rad video games and to promote going out and seeing your mates and having video game nights rather than just sitting in your room and playing WoW.
It's all about being. If you're into gaming or sci-fi, that means you're really, really cool. So it's all about being really, really cool with really, really cool friends, not at home.
Yeah, friends are special.
So this leads into our next song. Friends are special.
I don't like that song anymore. So we've got there's Tokyo Chips on the 26th with the Virus Empire and Oracle playing, who are both incredible chiptune musicians. Also, there's a screening of Ghost in the Shell, the original, which is going to be amazing. And there's tons of other stuff too. Also, we got Geek Night coming up all the way on April the 5th. And we got Dinosaurs and Capes.
Dinosaurs and Capes and Dinosaurs and...
the first Thursday of next month.
I just enjoy singing everything today.
Yeah. Well, what about we haven't announced Star Wars Night on May the 3rd. It's almost May the 4th be with you, but it's not as May the 3rd because it's the day before and we'll stay out watching Star Wars until past midnight and celebrate together.
With a comic swap!
Yeah. Epic comic swap on May the 3rd at Fab Cafe for the Star Wars event we're putting on.
I think we should, I'm going to try and get Starburst magazine on this. I haven't asked them yet, so I probably shouldn't say this. But at least I'll advertise their event. Starburst have put a thing out there. If anyone doesn't know, Starburst magazine is the magazine that owns Fab Radio and Fab Cafe. They put out a competition, not even a competition, just a call out to anyone who's making comic books. If they're not licensed, then and you want some advertising, send them in. They're only going to do like maybe 2 or 3 page strips. But that's a hell of a lot for an artist trying to
definitely
get their artwork out there to like an international magazine. So if you have artwork which you want to spread, get a bit of a name for yourself, get some credits in some magazines, go into Starburst, go on the website. You can access it via fabradiointernational.com. Go on there. It might be a good opportunity. They're pretty sound people, and they know their artwork, and they know
their geeky comics and stuff. They've been in the industry for so long now that
they do. I think the only thing they say is any sci-fi, no zombies.
They're just a bit sick of zombies now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, zombies are kind of flavour of the month at the moment, aren't they? So
yeah,
fair dues.
Magneto zombie was really cool though.
Yeah, Magneto zombie is pretty cool. So we have a bunch of events, so please come to them, but also check them out on Facebook and Twitter because we're always posting new ones, and we'll try and let you know as soon as possible. And a lot of them are free or cheap. So so that moves us on nicely. So please, if you're just tuning in, hi, we're Niche Radio. Get onto our Facebook and Twitter. Niche Nights on Facebook, at Niche Radio on Twitter. And if you're just tuning in, you have just missed out on what's new in Forbidden Planet, competition time, and an update on some of the events happening in Manchester soon for any kind of geeks, nerds, or dweebs. Also, if you want to listen back to any of our shows, we are now on YouTube. Check us out. We've also got a Mixcloud account, and it's all good. So coming up next is our incredible... It's not this one. That was the other one.
What's new in the world of quiz?
Yeah. Oh, is it the quiz now? Oh, you know what? I've just completely missed the word quiz on a little cue sheet and instead went straight to spoiler alert. Did I? Yes.
That's okay.
Well, okay. In that case, should we...
Let's sing some more 90s songs. Everybody, Niche Radio, rock your
quiz.
body.
Quiz.
Quiz. So now is the time for our niche radio quiz. Colin and I are going to collaborate on this this themed quiz, but we're not going to tell you what the theme is. We're going to let you guess what the theme is. So I'm going to start by asking Colin a question, and he can't give us his answer yet because you guys at home will be playing, and then shortly afterwards we'll announce the winners after our next section. Well, after answer the answers. Sorry. So question 1: Who changed his name from Joseph Hill something? Any ideas? Okay, moving on. Question 2: Who wrote the script for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel?
I think I know that one.
Okay. Okay, question 3: Who is Owen Duncan, me? Which is my favourite film adaptation of Much Ado About Nothing? Who is it by? Okay. You having to think? Yeah. Question 4. I haven't written these down, so I'm not going to be able to remember them. Question 4. Who rocks a beard with a bald head the best?
Can't have subjective questions.
Well, it's not subjective, it's clear.
Fair
Question
point.
5. Question 5. Who has a bald head and a big beard, but used to have a big ginger mane? Okay, so we'll give you guys a little while to think about those. A quick rundown of the questions are as follows. They are great. First one was who changed his name from Joseph Hill something. Question 2 was who wrote Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. Question 3 was who wrote and directed my favourite film adaptation of Much Ado About Nothing. Question 4 was who can rock a bald head and a beard the best. And question 5 was who can rock a bald head and a beard the best, but used to have a big bushy ginger mane. Okay, so that takes us all the way up to our next section, which is, if you're just tuning into Niche Radio for the first time, the incredible spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! In Quantum Leap, Sam Beckett never actually makes it home. Shut up!
Oh, we spoiled Quantum Leap for you. Sorry.
No one who's gonna get into Quantum Leap can ever listen to our show.
Yeah, because we're always going to spoil it for them. Well, they should have done it already. So, spoilers. We've been watching tons of stuff recently. We finished off Agent Carter, and that was lovely. And I have watched the most recent Gotham as of yesterday. And also, we're going to be talking a little bit about the return of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Can I pose you a question at the end of this?
Of course.
Excellent.
All right, so let's start with Gotham. I mean, you've been enjoying the series so far, haven't you?
I have, although unfortunately I've had no time at all to catch up, so I'm no further than I was last week.
Well, everything is happening now. Fish Mooney is doing stuff, making plays for ultimate dominance.
Someone was telling me about it, and I literally had to tell them to shut up.
Yeah, because you need to get it spoiled by me now on the radio.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Fish Mooney is making a play, which he's ended up in this at the bottom end of this new hierarchy, which is very sinister. It's quite an eye-popping experience watching it because they seem to be harvesting something.
There's definitely some eye-popping at the start.
Oh yeah. She's now tried to work her way up the ranks into the top echelons of that system. Meanwhile, poor old Alfred is in the hospital. That's no good for Bruce Wayne, who is young and defenseless without him.
Did he eat too many pork chops?
He might have had a few too many pork chops, Master Bruce.
Big dog.
Also lots of other stuff. Young Catwoman, Selena Kyle, turns back up again. Yeah, she's been a bit of a wet fart of a character, but just telling it how it is.
My favourite description of any character in DC.
Yeah, it may be loud, but disappointing on the same. You feel like you need to wash afterwards. And what else has been happening? The Penguin, of course, the main reason anyone watches Gotham at the moment, has been incredible. He's going from strength to strength, and he's planning loads of planning schemes.
Do you think, as a result of Gotham, there's like a big old massive trailer, because we've had a few, like we've had Bane, we've had the Joker, we've had the Scarecrow in previous like big Batman films. They're gonna have to do Penguin at some point soon now, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, they've kind of been teasing Penguin for the whole thing because he's the only one that's been obvious. Oh, do you mean like in the main films? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he hasn't been done since like the Tim Burton ones, has he?
No.
Since his returns with Danny DeVito.
And it was funny because it was camp, which was like some earlier Batman, but was still a bit crap because it's Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it as a kid, but I think now that everyone's looking for these kind of like these Batman films for big kids, it might come across as a bit corny or a bit too childish for a lot of the people who want gritty explosions and.
Do you think they would really
ass.
like continue on? This is just hypothetical. Like, I would love it if they did. Do you think they will like use him as a character in a film as the Penguin? Wouldn't that be really cool?
It would
this
be really
entire
cool.
series.
Well, yeah, if they used him as the actual actor, yeah, definitely.
Or by this point, it would be 2 seasons, I guess, if they was to put out a film. Wouldn't it be cool, like if something happened, or even if he died in it and that was the end, and then it went on to the Joker was announced a few episodes ago. He started coming out. I know the Penguin wouldn't die, but films and it's all changing a bit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be wicked.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I was just about to say, like, just like the Marvel Universe are doing their intertwining series and film at the moment.
Yeah, I was talking to Teflon today about how excited I am for, and he is, for the new Netflix exclusive Daredevil series. They're doing all 13 episodes at the same time. They're being released onto Netflix at the same time, so everyone can just sit down and binge watch it. And servers will crash, worlds will end, but it'll be great. I've been looking forward to it. It's going to be set, apparently, after initial rumours it might be set somewhere in the 70s. It's actually being set in kind of the modern day Marvel universe, so it's going to be dealing with some of the repercussions around the time of the first Avengers film, which is going to be very interesting. There's going to be characters like Luke Cage. Iron Fist is looking to get his own series, and there's going to be Jessica Jones turning up as well, who is getting her own series. So,
when was he set before? Other than Ben Affleck, which I tried to repress.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Daredevil really. I know like he got radiation thrown in his face, so he was blind, and then he got heightened senses, and that's about the state of his powers. Is that right?
Pretty much, yeah. Anything apart from that is just kind of, he's a lawyer. He's got an alter ego as Matt Murdock, said lawyer. His best mate's Foggy Nelson. His mum was Catholic, and still is in some of the comics, depending on which ones you read. Sometimes she's dead, sometimes she's a nun hiding. And his dad was a title fight boxer who apparently was a very good man, upstanding, which gave him all these good ideas and morals. But in recent comics, in the I can't remember the title of it now, one of the big Marvel events that's just happened, Axis. Oh no, it wasn't. It was one before that, where people start finding out secrets about their past. So there's those little origin story tweaks and stuff. And it turns out in that Marvel comic that all Matt Murdock's memories of his dad were fake, and they were, he'd repressed memories of his incredibly abusive, drunkard Irish Catholic father.
It's pretty mega.
Yeah, that's a massive plot twist right there. So Daredevil's been going on since the 60s at least, I think. Since the 60s, maybe early 70s. I don't know, I have to look that up. But yeah, he's been going for a long time, and to do a massive change to his origin backstory this late on, I think it was a very brave move. But they might touch on that in the series, or it might just be one of the things for the comics that might get breezed over by the next writer. Who knows? But I'm looking forward to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah,
we get to watch it when we go home and hold hands.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it is out in America tonight, so it'll be available for a bit of the old watch if you've got the right channels. And
crime. Secret ingredient is crime.
Crime is never the right channel. That's what I'm going to put on t-shirts and tell my kids. I haven't got any kids, so I probably won't bother. Also, the
twins talk about it all the time. I don't know why I'm quoting Peep Show a lot now.
Yeah. But yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. should be kicking off massively now. It's in its third season, and lots and lots of tie-ins to the upcoming Inhumans film, which all that Terrigen Mists, Terrigen Crystals nonsense was about in the last season.
I'm very curious to know what happens with Skye after.
Yeah, well, she's found out more about her father now. Mysteries have been unravelled, only to unravel more mysteries. Yep.
Also, the girl in flowery dress. Like, did she die? Should she have died?
Oh well, no, it was in the last episode. She didn't. She walked out of there. She got cased in the weird muck stuff that the rest of them got cased in, like a little cocoon, and then she walked out of there shortly afterwards.
I was curious about that. She seemed to come off. The sky just seemed to go through it. She seemed to come off weirdly because of it.
She might have had some sort of weird mutation, like, I don't know, hooves.
Maybe.
Hopefully hooves. Everyone loves a good hoof. Anyway, we should probably wrap this up now. We've been spoiling stuff for you since 1843. If you really want a spoiler, then I could tell you about the Buffy comics. That's pretty spoilery. At the moment, Buffy and Spike are looking to get back together. There you go.
Excellent.
I was always a Spuffy rather than a Bangle. Those are the code names. Yeah, those are the code names for Spike and Buffy relationship fans, or Buffy and Angel relationship fans. Bangles and Spuffies.
Oh wait,
Spuffy.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Admiral Adama.
Oh,
is going to be in it.
Yeah. Who's I can't remember the actor's name.
Oh,
but
I can't think. Yep, that's going to be. I love that guy and everything.
He's got such a wrinkly face. I like it.
Just brings gravitas to everything he does. It's just mega instantly because it's him.
And it looks like if you would wring out his face into a glass, it would probably provide some really fine oak-aged rum.
I'd like to think that.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that. I probably shouldn't, but I do. So that was Spoiler Alert, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much again for tuning into Niche Radio. You are our bestest friends. So next up, we've got another lovely section. Now this one is our favourite.
Hey Owen, should we talk about a randomly selected actor of the week?
Alright.
I think we should talk about a randomly selected actor of the week.
I think we should choose an actor of our lifetimes.
I think there's been some obvious news this week. Everyone's heard, everyone's read.
Yep.
Leonard Nimoy died.
Yep.
I was genuinely like I was at my girlfriend's house, and I can't remember what happened. Something happened, which meant I had a couple of minutes. So like went on my phone and opened, just read the news as I do, and that was the first thing I saw. And I don't really care about celebrity. Never do. It's like, oh, meh.
Yeah, but he's more than a celebrity, isn't he? Celebrity's taken a very kind of face value.
More of an icon than celebrity.
Yeah,
Fair
definitely,
play.
because he's earned his celebrity
Completely,
rather than just being somebody that gets thrown on a tabloid every now and again. He's actually, I mean, he's done a hell of a lot of work over a hell of a long time, and it's all been great.
I never tried to be a celebrity. Never did anything like to get on the cover of anything. Just was who he was.
Well, that Bilbo Baggins song, maybe he was trying to get some attention with that. Who knows?
That I think he was just competing with William Shatner.
Shatner. I'm going to be more Shatner than you, William.
That's my small amount of Hervardian coming out.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think we should say from Niche Nights and Niche Radio, thank you very much, Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
And we're going to miss him.
I was surprised at how taken aback I was, actually.
Yeah, well, we grew up with him as well, didn't we?
Yeah. I liked, did you read any of the Barack Obama tributes?
Yeah.
I thought it was, you always do with politicians, you think they're jumping on a bandwagon. He was a massive fan. Like, he met him, I think it was 2007, and he greeted him with a Vulcan salute. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. There's been writings over, I look back to see if they were recent. They're not, just the whole time Obama's been in power, comparing him to Spock, and he's often talked about it, like how he just likes the idea of the Vulcan way of thinking. It's
logic and reason over.
Yeah, don't get emotional. Like, I suppose in fairness, the presidency is not about being emotional. It's just logic and reason, and just get through.
It should be anyway. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. He said, like, I think he said, I love Spock. What was it? I love Spock. I've forgotten the words. Just on a pure, like, I'm actually a fanboy, and I'm really gutted that he's passed away. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really bad news. I've been wearing my Star Trek baseball jacket this last week as a form of tribute, even though I managed to get HP Source on the white sleeve. So that's not a very good tribute, is it, really? I should have kept the HP Source off the white sleeve.
We should have a tribute of... You're not really allowed dead air on radio, so we can't really do like a minute silence.
Yeah.
We should do a 4-second silence for Leonard Nimoy.
Oh, I think we should probably do a big one. Maybe next show we'll do a 59-minute silence.
That works very well.
But
Let's talk about some of the stuff he was in. Like, everyone obviously knows him for the original Star Trek. Also been like, he's in recent Star Trek. I loved him in Into Darkness.
Yeah, that was great, and I totally called that cameo.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw that figure in the distance, I was like, oh, I managed to get him in it. That's amazing, and that made that film good for me. So I was a little disappointed. I liked Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. Into Darkness was great, but I felt, well, you're saying gravitas before. I took it seriously after Leonard Nimoy turned up. Before that,
It's totally fair.
yeah, I couldn't. Before that, it was like a big gay space romp. Loved it, but I didn't think of it as part of the Star Trek canon. But he anchored it. He brought it back.
To be fair, like the fourth Star Trek film, I forget, Going Home or something. The one about saving the whales.
Oh yeah.
I mocked
Voyage
when
Home.
I watched his intro for it before I watched the film, and like it's about saving whales. All right, I'll give it a go. I don't really like it was totally fashionable at the time to save some whales. Still, rad film,
Yeah.
really cool, well written. Like he wrote the one just before it, but I say wrote it, directed it, was pushed around a lot and told what to do. So said like, I'm gonna make the fourth one. Said brilliant, cool, we'll give you the money for that. You're not gonna push me around though. Well, yeah, we are. Like, you're an actor. It's like, no, like, I'll put my name to it if I can do it. If I can't, then go to hell. And he did, and he made a rad film.
Yeah, fair dues. I watched Search for Spock when I heard the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
What else has he been in? Of course, like The Big Bang Theory. That Sheldon Cooper was obsessed with him and appeared in that. So fair play. Like, it's a pretty big.
He's made tons of great cameos, hasn't he? Like the Futurama, Simpsons.
Yeah.
Tons of little bit parts like that. That have been
Voice
great.
acting for video games like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, and he's got a great voice, very distinctive.
Yeah, he does.
An oaky timbre of a voice.
Most of the original cast, original series for Star Trek do. All of them.
Yeah.
George
yeah.
Takei as well.
Oh, actually, yeah, think about it. Yeah, he's got a very, very deep voice. Shatner's got a very deep, relaxed voice. What about, I can't remember his name. Chekhov. But he's got a very distinctive voice.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so something that came out of all this, there's lots of tributes to Spock. And I don't know if any of you noticed on Tinternet today, there's been a whole almost scandal. Canada have come out and said to their populace, please stop Spocking our notes. Because that's a good idea. So the notes are being drawn on, and the various prime ministers or presidents or dignitaries on the notes have being turned into Leonard Nimoy, or rather his character Spock.
I think it's a wonderful example of a country as a whole, or democracy even. Like, who chooses who's on the notes? No one that's alive now.
Well, it's true.
So
we should
if that's
probably.
what people want. That's what people get. Do
Yeah,
it yourself. That's rad.
But Canada did raise a good point. This is from BusinessInsider.com. The pictures of Sir Wilfrid Laurier, who was the first French-speaking Canadian Prime Minister, and is remembered fondly because of it. It is his face that is very easy to turn into Leonard Nimoy as Spock, just by making his ears a bit pointier and giving him that kind of bowl cut. But I mean, Sir Wilfrid Laurier isn't around to comment, but the people in charge of the Mint and the Canadian government,
You told me you'd got him on the show, man.
if only, have been quite peeved about it, saying that they realise the significance of Spock and the tribute that is being paid. However, defacing money is going to make it less likely for it to be accepted in shops. It may end up going out of circulation, and they may have financial difficulties for it. So, ladies and gents, especially in Canada, please stop Spocking. It's hurting the economy.
I completely disagree. I think people should Spock more often. I think this is a really good thing to do. It shows passion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
I was to come over there and Spock you'd know what had just happened.
So I'd get like the pointy ears drawn on, and then I would have been officially Spocked.
Yes.
I mean, how hard would it be to Spock me? Would you Spock me
I would
hard?
make sure you knew that it was the best thing to happen.
I'd get a proper Spocking.
You would.
Right.
Also, I think it's great to change currency for things like that.
Yeah, well, it's not illegal. That was something they said.
Is it not? It would
yeah,
be illegal in this country, wouldn't it?
Well, defacing the Queen.
Actually, notes isn't. If it's the Queen, I think it is.
Oh well, the Queen is on a lot of notes though.
But no, like if you draw on the Queen, anything else isn't. Like loads of people collect notes by numbering that little bit in the middle, which you can look through. Oh no, you do see the Queen on that, so maybe it is. I'm not sure.
Oh well. Anyway, we should probably move on. So, bye Spock. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit of a downer now. Should we find some sort of awesome jingle to play? So yeah, so Leonard Nimoy was our randomly selected actor of the week. So now we think about not the real world because it's far too depressing. Cool actors dying and stuff. So instead we're going to think of potentialities, mysteries, if you will. Use our imaginations. Escape the mundane. Find escapism in our section called What If?
What if Wolverine's bones were made of chocolate?
What if Doctor Who used his powers to evil?
Oh, what if the Simpsons were all topless?
What if Bruce Banner never went to school?
What if... Shut up! Niche Radio tells you what if.
So yeah, our what if of the week. We've decided on this just before the show, and we want you all to join in, and we want to hear what you have to say, who you choose. So this fairly simple question, really, and you must, if you read comics,
Even if you're aware of comics,
you must have thought of this. Like, I don't know anything about girls. Just as a guy, I constantly think about things like this. So maybe girls do too. I don't know. Their brains.
I reckon so because there's some fine eye candy in this. We should probably explain what it is first, though, shouldn't we?
We should. So mine might be a bit more grotesque, but we chose the word marry. So if you were to marry any character from any comic, who would you choose? So anyone, please go on our Facebook and say, who would you marry? Everyone's thought of this. Mostly for, like, the sex.
Oh, the making of the love. No, I chose marry on purpose. This is not about sex. This is not a physical thing. You're choosing the person you intend to spend the rest of your life with.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. But I think sex has to be thought of when things...
Well, definitely. Sex is very important in any healthy relationship. However, it's not a one-night stand. You are committing to this comic character.
True.
And I'm choosing, straight off the bat, Sif. Sif from the Thor comics.
Why?
Because she's awesome. No, actually, I know what this is. I've just psychoanalyzed myself a little bit. I've got a thing for strong women. And Sif can handle herself. I mean, I don't want to get beaten up or anything, but... Well, maybe if it was by Sif, but she's awesome. She's all like she's like one of the guys in the sense of she's all Asgardian, drinking mead, eating all the food, having epic fights, and being badass with it. But then also
she Beyonce.
She has a tender heart. I haven't met Beyonce. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
So how about you? Who would you marry?
It's gonna be. Well, there's a few options. First one that came into mind, I'm gonna stick with it. Is Mystique. Because it sounds like I'm going for the sex. It's a big part of it. But like look at First Class when she pretty much broke in to the Xavier household. And she's just a normal person. Grew up and got learn about a mutation. What to do, decided as teenagers do which way to look, even though she had a lot more options than most teenagers. And then got kind of pushed into one way of thinking, like the Brotherhood. Not really her fault. I reckon if I married her, I could save her from a life of woe with Magneto.
Oh, okay.
And help her back to that general goodness, and then she could look like whoever I wanted her to.
Okay, so it's not a complete charity case there, but there is an element of helping her help you.
The niceties are a small
noble
percentage of my reasoning for this choice.
Well, it's still a very noble cause. I think so. I'd still go for Sif though. That's a great idea.
Maybe Jean Grey from the films.
Oh yeah,
I didn't say comics.
I was torn a little bit between Sif and Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl is one of my all-time faves. But then, of course, I haven't even considered the Buffy comics. So any. So basically, we should probably exclude any Joss Whedon comics because they. I would sleep with and marry every single one of the cast, male, female, animal, plant, whatever. Yeah, so also we should do a rundown of the answers for the quiz we did earlier. So if you were tuning in for our amazing quiz, I'm going to really quickly just run through the questions and answers. If you were playing along, if you got any right, give yourself a big pat on the back. And please message on our Facebook or Twitter walls if we were wrong or you got it right. So the first one was, who changed their name from Joseph Hill something? Well, it was Joseph Hill Whedon, changed it to Joss Whedon. The second one was, who wrote Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel? It was Joss Whedon. The third question was, who did my favourite adaptation on film of Much Ado About Nothing? That was Joss Whedon. And then question 5 was, who can rock a beard with a bald head the best? I was tempted to say Michael Eavis, the ex-organiser of Glastonbury, but in fact it's Joss Whedon. And there was a bonus question there, who can rock a beard and a bald head but used to have a big gingery mane of awesome hair? That again was Joss Whedon. So thank you for playing the quiz. I hope you got all those questions right, and sorry if I made them up on the spot and they weren't very good. At least it was themed though, right? So did you all guess the theme of the quiz? It was
was it Joss Whedon?
Yeah, it was Joss Whedon. That was it. It was Joss Whedon. Almost forgot them.
It was almost as if I said that at the perfect time.
You are the perfect time. So, ladies and gents, thank you ever so much for tuning in to Niche Radio. We're here to tell you all the geeky, dweeby, nerdy, gamey stuff in the world. And hopefully you'll get in touch with us and we'll feed back your views to our faithful listeners. If you're just tuning in, you've missed what's new in Forbidden Planet, all the new merch and comics. You've missed our competitions. You've missed an update on upcoming Niche Nights events. You've missed the quiz and spoiler alert. And our randomly selected actor of the week, live long and prosper, and also our what if of the week. However, fret not, faithful listeners. We have a Mixcloud which you can go onto, and we also have a YouTube channel. All can be linked. You can click the links on our Facebook and Twitter profiles. So please do, because we have all of our old shows on there, and it's lovely. So, without further much ado, here is...
That was an excellent little throw in some Joss Whedon anything there.
I'd throw in any Joss Whedon if I could.
Geek Scene, what's happening locally and geekily.
Twisted Dreads.
Twisted Dreads.
Twisted Dreads.
So, Geek Scene is where we talk about geeky stuff on the scene. Yo.
I heard of an artist. He's really cool. He does a lot of Geek Night posters.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of artwork, to be fair. But I would say his best is...
He's done that awesome wall. If you go to the Marble Arch, the outside beer garden wall is completely decorated by him. And what was his name again?
It was Twisted Dreads.
Well, I've met him a few times. He's a lovely gentleman, and we're big fans, both of us.
I bought him a beer once.
Yeah, but he has twisted dreads, like dreadlocks. They're twisted.
They are,
and
with a Z.
Yeah, and I thought maybe there's a link here. I thought maybe his awesome hairdo is inspiration for his awesome artist name. Now, please write in if you agree with me, and if you don't, shut up. But yeah, we're big fans of Twisted Dreads. He is an amazing artist.
If you go on society6.com and type in Twisted Dreads, you can see the full array of his works. Yeah, and they're wonderful.
And you can get them printed on everything. So Twisted Dreads, yeah, he's amazing. Twisted Dreads has done loads and loads of artwork for the Geek Night posters and lots of our Niche Nights projects, which is absolutely incredible, and we love him very much for it.
Do you know what I would do? I would go into Forbidden Planet, which is an excellent shop. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's very sci-fi orientated and sells comics. It's on Oldham Street.
Sounds
I would
nice.
go in and say, hey, I really like posters. I also like pictures in frames. Is there anyone I can speak to you about that? I hope there is, because if there is, you can say, what about this Twisted Dreads guy? I want to see that in frames.
Yeah, too right. We should totally plug that. Yeah, so ladies and gents, please, check out Twisted Dreads on the internet in general. Just look at all of his stuff because despite the ones he's done for us, which we're very grateful for and are amazing because they're all pastiches of famous sci-fi posters or comic covers or anything amazing like that. He's also done tons and tons of stuff. A lot of it is kind of geek inspired. A lot of it is his original work from his own Twisted Dreads brain. And it's all incredible and it's really vibrant and awesome. I'm a big fan. He hasn't paid me to say any of this, so there we go. It's just because we love him dearly. But yeah, please check out Twisted Dreads. And I've also got a surprise for Connell. Something that I haven't told him, but I recently got paid. When I get paid, I do this thing where I spend loads of money because I haven't been able to for a bit, and then I can, so I do. So I've bought the first Geek Night poster, which was, of course, done by the amazing Twisted Dreads. But the first Geek Night poster was a pastiche of the famous X-Men comic where Professor X pits X-Man against X-Man or X-Woman. That sounds like a post-op kind of thing, doesn't it? X-Woman. So it's an amazing version of that poster, that comic cover. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, so I ordered it from Society 6 on a cushion.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I haven't. Connor and I live together. We are hetero life mates. He is my tubby husband.
We should make that into a stab. Hetero life friends.
We should be the super friends. But yeah.
Right. Okay, I'll accept that. Thanks, man. Super Owen.
Oh, thanks, Super Connell. But yeah.
And a big shout out to Super Big Dog.
And to Super Twisted Dreads. Cheers, Steve. You're a legend. I'm really looking forward to that cushion. Eventually, I want to get all the Geek Night poster cushions in our flat.
Our living room's going to look amazing.
It is. In fact,
we should get a pug.
In fact, Big Dog, who we love dearly, if you are tuning in to your special birthday song radio show, please, this goes out to both you and Connell. If I ever have a birthday or Christmas or any time when it's time to buy me lots of gifts and bestow them upon me, Geek Night cushions would be great because I can't quite justify buying them all at once, but I want them all at once, and it's a problem.
Yeah.
Easter's soon, right? Have we had that one? No, it's totally soon. Mother's Day, I could be your mum's for a day. I'm not Jesus yet.
Good point.
Yeah. Anyway, so ladies and gents, thank you very much again for tuning in to Niche Radio. We are your hosts, Owen Duncan and
Connell.
Yeah. All right. So coming up next, we have tons more stuff. If you're just tuning in, you missed a bunch of other stuff, but it's okay. As I've said before, you could just listen again. It's no worries. Like, seriously, take a load off, put your feet up, have a beer. I'm having a beer.
I think we should run a competition soon for people who subscribe to our new YouTube channel. Because we're doing pretty well on it so far. I'm
definitely.
Very proud and pleased and happy with everyone who has subscribed or just watched.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It's really quite nice to see a bit of feedback.
And we haven't discussed this yet, but I want to throw it out there that maybe we should start peppering.
Wait. I'm going to announce this a bit.
Okay. Maybe in a future not too very far away, maybe we will do some stuff where we pepper our YouTube channel with silly videos of us doing the sort of things that look really funny in the studio but probably don't come across as well on radio.
Like smashing a USB stick.
Yeah. Well, there'll be all kinds of uploads. Is that on these nights?
No.
It should be. So we'll put up loads of random videos about geeky stuff or us just being silly because some people like that and the ones that don't obviously have horrible taste. So coming up next is who would win in a fight?
I wanna take Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the title fight, the greatest moment in superhero versus supervillain history. In the red corner, the almighty, the upstanding pillar of all that is good, and in the blue corner, the devious, the Machiavellian, the dastardly loser of all time. Who would win in a fight? You decide. Ready? Fight!
Are you ready? Because we're about to fight. So who would win in a fight? It is the classic thing. I work in a comic shop, as some listeners may know. And working in a comic shop, I wouldn't want to say our customers adhere to any stereotypes, because they really don't. But some of them do fit the archetypal stereotype of geeks. So you get a lot of conversations overheard. Like, oh, well, who do you think would win in a fight, Batman or Superman? Oh, well, actually, I think you'll find in issue 121 of Batman Forever, Superman beats him up with the laser beams.
Have you seen that little short that came out recently about of a fight between Superman and the Hulk?
Oh, yeah, the little
Desert.
video. Yeah.
So good.
And there's that one that's been around for ages now, that Batman, I can't remember what it's called. It's the Batman one, but it's Batman versus Alien and Predator.
Gee, I've not seen that. That sounds amazing.
Oh, it's been around for ages now, and it's got a name. It became infamous because it was in the early days of being able to stream short videos on the internet. That came out by a special an SFX team, and yeah, it was great. In fact, if anyone's listening and can remember the name of that short where Batman is fighting the Joker, but then gets distracted by predators and aliens and gets attacking them, please can you post it to the Facebook Niche Nights or Twitter at Niche Radio, because I really want to remember it because it was great. But yeah, so who would win in a fight? So today we're going to just surprise each other with it. I'm going to come out with who would win in a fight. I think that Homer Simpson would win in a fight against, who's yours?
Magneto.
Now, yeah, so I think I've picked quite a strong one. Misleading, perhaps, because Homer Simpson is clearly an idiot. However, Magneto, I mean, he's incredibly badass, but
Homer doesn't have any metal.
Yeah, he doesn't have any metal in him.
Perhaps not even any zinc in his body.
Well, he is just ink, essentially. But no, let's not get metaphysical on it. No, that's the wrong word.
Let's get entirely metaphysical.
So, we're topless. I just remembered. This is good. Yeah, but my theory was Homer Simpson, throughout the many seasons of The Simpsons, he has been through loads. He's been crushed by things. He's fallen off multiple cliffs. He's broken every bone. He's taken loads of drugs. He's basically been the slapstick comic foil of The Simpsons. And in fact, every single time an episode airs, he has nearly been run over and had to either get run over or literally crash through a solid oak door. So concussion alone would have killed hundreds of men before him.
We already know from that boxing episode his skull is 3.5 times thicker than most skulls.
There we go. He can eat ridiculously strong ghost chilies.
And more donuts in hell than anyone else.
Yeah, that's true. And he's also met Leonard Nimoy and many others. He's had alien encounters and survived. He's
I've missed him with Leonard Nimoy. That sucks.
Oh, there's the episode, the X-Files episode. It's quite an early one, but yeah, there's one with Leonard Nimoy introducing it. Yeah. Well, there we go. We should watch it. It's an old one. We'll find it later on. But yeah, so yeah, that's why I think that's a fairly strong defense for Homer.
Magneto is one of the, I think he's a category 4 mutant.
He's one of the top end ones, yeah.
In fact, no, he is 4, isn't he? Because he's the same as Xavier, who's also 4. And there's only a few 5s out there, like Jean Grey, or actually, I'm not sure if Jean Grey would actually class as a category 5, or is it just the Phoenix?
No, I think Jean Grey does, but her potential takes a long time to become unleashed.
Okay.
But the Phoenix stuff helps.
I don't know, but the metal thing, he seems to survive a lot, Homer Simpson. However, I don't really want to say many people at all lose to Magneto, because he's such a brutal, relentless, I will suffer hell to have my vengeance bastard.
Yeah, well, he's been through a fair bit. I mean,
he survived the Holocaust.
He survived 2 Holocausts. There was the actual Holocaust that history has recorded, but then there's the fictional Holocaust of mutants on Genosha, which was the island that he created as a safe haven for thousands, if not tens of thousands, of mutants, which eventually a gigantic sentinel crawled onto and nuked them all, wiping them all out. Which, in fact, was a comic. Which, I mean, you can't compare a comic to the Holocaust. That's flipping ridiculous. However, it did portray this genocide of mutants in a very similar way. Very dark. So okay, I'm willing to accept defeat for Homer Simpson. Although he can withstand pretty much any attack, Magneto,
I don't think he would win a fight. I think he would get away.
Yeah, he'd get killed, but he'd be back.
Survive every battle, but he wouldn't win any fight.
Yeah, Homer Simpson might even die every single time, but he'd be back next episode.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, crazy. Okay, so 1 point to Magneto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's one of these.
Niche Nights, the home of Geek Night, Choose Your Adventure, Tokyo Chipped, Dinosaurs and Capes, and 90s Night. May the future be rad.
Ladies and gents, you have been listening to Niche Radio. It's nearly-ish time for us to go. Sorry. However, thank you very much for tuning in. You have been fantastic. Please get onto our Facebook, Twitter, and our new YouTube channel for all the updates on everything rad. But before we give you to the FSN news, which is often bad, let's face it, we're going to give you a bit of good news.
Who likes good news? Everyone? Then good news, everyone!
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday,
Big
Ryan.
dog.
Happy birthday.
This is up for your birthday.
Woo.
90s night at Tiger Lounge.
Woo.
We'll get drunk.
Sweet.
Happy birthday.
That's a pretty good news. So yeah, right, the Big Dog's birthday. Big Dog's birthday tomorrow at Tiger Lounge at 9 o'clock for 90s.